Welcome to Mesa, Arizona. We are starting off and kicking off Season 3 of Major League Pickleball here at Legacy Sports. Dominic Catalano alongside me, Chad Edwards. Chad, good to see you. How's the weather today?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. My toes are already numb.
Here we go again.
To start the day. I've got 17 layers of clothing on. It is a balmy 38 degrees.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what we got going on today, Chad. It is all about the Challenger League. So first, let's talk about the differences. We have the Premier League and the Challenger League. Chad, break down what's the difference between the Premier and the Challenger.
So, obviously with the Challenger here, these guys are coming out and competing, but they're also trying to really prove themselves and get into that Premier League. They're in a bit of a tough situation.
Right.
We're going to have some players in this that not a lot of viewers have seen play before. Obviously they're all pros. They're playing on the tours and everything. But this is giving them the opportunity to step into the spotlight, really show off what they have, and kind of prove to these team owners that they deserve a shot up in the Premier League. Obviously with the Premier League, we've got all of our big names. Anna Lee, Ben Johns.
Yep.
So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and when we talk about that a little bit too, is that in the Challenger League, which we're going to see all day today. So today is all about the Challenger League. The Premier League doesn't start until tomorrow. So today, the Challenger League. You talk about them having to prove themselves, and they're kind of out to prove all the owners here, right? All 24 owners, that they deserve to be in that Premier League. So you're going to see a lot of players out there with a little chip on their shoulder. And let's break down, let's say some sleepers that we have, okay? So I have a couple sleepers that I want to talk about first. First on the female side, okay?
Yep.
My first sleeper, not sleeper, but someone who may have a chip on their shoulder, Lee Whitwell, right? Lee has played in
Lee's
both.
Been in all the MLPs.
All the MLPs. She's won 2 MVPs. Yet now she is in the Challenger League. So she's taking that almost as like almost a little slap in the face, going, hey, I deserve to be there. I'm going to prove you wrong. And so that's one on my side with the female. On the other side, on the male side of things, I look at Ryler DeHart. Ryler has really proved himself over the last 6 to 8 months. Proved that he's not only a singles player, but is a very good doubles player, and he's really learning the men's side of doubles and the mixed side of doubles, because it's 2 types of doubles to play, and he's really learning that. So you're going to see Lee Whitwell, and she's playing today, all day today, and then you have Ryler DeHart with the Chicago Slice. Those are my 2 that I'm going to say really have something that they really want to prove today. Who are your 2, Chad?
So, I'll start off with the guys, and I think kind of with the guys, you've got a few names in this Challenger League that might have been a shock to some people that they didn't end up on the Premier teams. I would say I'm going to go with 2 with this one. I'm going to go with Callan Dawson.
Yes.
And I'm going to go with Pat Smith.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay? Those are 2 guys that have been on the tours for a long time. They've proved their competitive side and how well they can compete. I think this is kind of the situation for them where they're really trying to chomp at the bit to get back into that Premier League.
Those are 2 great picks right there. I love that.
And I would say, and Hunter Johnson's another one as well. Like, there's so many guys.
Chad, I asked for 1, you gave me 2.
I know. I'm looking at my list, and I'm like, we can. Wes Gabriel,
it's top heavy.
Wes Burrows.
It's top heavy on the guy side,
Pablo
right?
Tejas.
Yeah.
We could Rob Nunnery. We could just keep on going through. So you said 1. I've done now 10.
You named half the guys.
Yeah.
But okay. Now on the female side.
On the female side, I'm going to go with Brooke Buckner.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Okay, so she's still trying to find her footing in pickleball. She's coming up. She's making a splash a little bit. A name that nobody has really seen yet. But the tennis background that she's bringing into the pickleball game, I think, in a couple more months when she starts really figuring it out, and obviously this is a different format too with MLP and the rally scoring. It's a different play style here compared to a regular tournament.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Brooke as she is probably going to be somebody that's going to excel at this format.
Now that you throw Brooke at me, right, I'm going to name another guy, okay? Now I'm going to go, right? Because who is Brooke playing a lot of mixed doubles with this year on the PPA Tour is Steve Deacon.
Yes.
Right?
He's back.
So Steve Deacon is back. He's coming off a year-long wrist injury, but he is back, and he is looking good right now, but it's a small sample size. The game has changed in a year, right? And so it was always a question when Deacon was coming back is he going to be able to catch up to that? Well, I think he's proved that right away. In Orlando, I went up there. I saw him play at the PPA Orlando. He looked really good, and he was partnered with Brooke Buckner. So now what have we done, Chad? We've named all of, right? We busted this out, and we were saying people we want are sleepers. We pretty much named the whole Texas Ranchers team, right?
Pretty much.
Because they're all veterans, right? And so speaking with them, I've been speaking with them I got here yesterday, was talking to a lot of the teams, speaking with the Texas Ranchers yesterday, and that is Lee Whitwell, Jeannie Arankina, Pat Smith, and Steve Deacon. A combined age. Now, this is nothing personal, but they were the one who told me this. They have a combined age of 169 on that team, all right? But the combined age of Lee Whitwell and Steve Deacon, who are playing together, from what I heard, is 98. That's a lot of experience, right?
Sorry, guys.
Hey, they're the ones who told me, so it was free reign. But you have a lot of experience on that team. So coming out of that pool that they're in, which is the pool we're going to start with here today, that is the Utah team, the DC team, it's the Texas Ranchers, and the Chicago Slice. I'm looking at that Texas team as they've been here. They've done that. Lee Whitwell's two-time MVP here at MLP. So they're going to be a team to watch out of that pool. Now, Chad, let's break down a little bit about the match we have up here on Grandstand Court to start off. It is the DC Pickleball Club taking on the Utah Black Diamonds. What is your prediction here for this matchup early?
You know what? I think this is going to be somewhat of a tough test for DC. You know, with Utah, you've got some veteran players in here with Michelle Esquivel, Rob Cassidy, Olivia McMillan, and Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer Smith.
Sorry, drawing a blank. Not much sleep.
96 players we got to remember. It's fine. But yes, no, you're right.
And the other thing is too, you've got Michelle, Rob, and Olivia that all have experience with this MLP format.
Correct.
You know, whereas for DC, with Shelby Bates, Monica Paolicelli, I think Sam Querrey he's got huge upside, and he may be one of those sleepers, but he's yet to really prove himself on the pickleball court. And then Stefan Auvergne. Stefan has that a little bit of MLP experience as well, and he's a big explosive lefty. But I don't know if DC really has a mesh like the Utah Black Diamonds do.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I agree, too, with your kind of X factor here in this matchup. It's the Sam Querrey factor, right? He's been very vocal about him and about himself and this team and becoming, being the first draft pick of Challenger. He was a number overall draft pick in the Challenger. Kind of a shock to most players as he does not have the track record yet. But he's out there. He's working hard. I know he works a lot with Wes Burrows over there in California. He's training with Wes Burrows a lot. So that's a great hitting partner to have. But now, does he have what it takes to make it here on this level right now? We're going to see it quickly this weekend. Heck, quickly today. They got 3 matches. They're going to know if they're moving on to Saturday after today. That's their tough challenge coming in, is the lack of experience. And like you said, experience does matter here. Different kind of scoring format. I think that Esquivel, Cassidy, Paolicelli, and Smith have the advantage coming in early. But it looks like we are almost set to go here on Grandstand Court. You have Shelby Bates and Monica Paolicelli finishing up their warm-ups here on court. It will be, like always, it'll be women's doubles to kick us off, followed by men's doubles, and then 2 mixed doubles matches. Even if it is a 3-0 lead for a team, we do play that 4th mixed doubles match because points do matter here for tiebreakers and differential in the scorebook. So we will get 4 matches guaranteed. And then the ever so great dream breaker, if we do get to that. We all do love a good dream breaker. It is the fan favorite. We love it. So we'll see if we eventually do get to that today. We always look forward to those. Those are a lot of fun. But again, Chad, how important, and we've talked about it before, you and I have been on MLP call for a while now, but how important is it to all those fans watching right now is the first match with the women to get things started?
Yeah, and as you were leading into that, I think the women's doubles matchup is the most important match of the 4 that is played with, in respect to what the score is going later in the mixed doubles. But if the women can get out and really put your team ahead with that one, it takes a lot of the pressure off. The guys can now come out, play a little bit looser. Typically when they play looser, there's then they start getting on those runs. So it just leads that momentum into it. You lose that first one, now it's kind of an uphill battle. The men have to come out, really put the pressure on, try to draw it back 1-1, and then you're going in and trying to at least split in mix to get that to that dream breaker. So.
Yeah, and how I kind of look at it is, it's like if you're playing a match, right? Say you're playing a game to 15, and you jump up, and it's like 8-1 on the end change. You're sitting pretty. You may change your game plan a little bit, get a little more aggressive, put a little more pressure, and I think that's what happens when, say, the women win that first match, right? And now your guys come in and go, hey, we're going to play a little loose. We're going to put a little more pressure on. We have that one game in our pocket to our advantage.
Yeah, I mean, they can come out and they can take some chances. And with we've already spoken about it a little bit with this MLP format and the rally scoring, every point counts. So if you're coming in and you're trying to push the factor and really grind it out, and you start spraying some balls, now all of a sudden you're getting behind in this format, and it's even more pressure and even more of an uphill battle. So.
And for those of you guys at home, been kind of unfamiliar with MLP, great format, rally scoring, so it's rally scoring throughout. A lot of naysayers didn't like that at first, but Chad, it's always kind of used the term, it's like Novocaine, give it a little time and it does work. And everybody that has come out to see MLP, they notice and they see the electricity behind the rally scoring. I was one of those guys. I was like, rally scoring, I don't know, this and that. You come to an event like this, if you're in the area right now, get your butt over here. You want to see some of the best pickleball and some fun pickleball with this rally scoring. It's so interesting because you mentioned it earlier, Chad. Every point counts. You cannot take a point off. If you're on the serve, oh, we don't get that point. Well, it's just a side out, nothing hurt. You're hurt every time you give up a point here in the rally scoring.
Yeah, and part of that as well with this rally scoring is the players remain on their side. So the serve is switching back and forth between the players, but they're only going to switch either during a timeout or an end change. So, excuse me. So with that, it comes into a whole lot of strategy. You know, we don't have to see the stacking and all that movement anymore. They're coming in. You've got your left side player, your right side player, and that goes into those into the draft picks as well. As far as who's a really strong left side player, who's a really strong right side player. You could take somebody on the Premier League side with Vivian David, probably the strongest right side female in the game. You get her, and now you're looking for, all you're thinking about is left side players for you. You're not looking for that right side player anymore.
Yep. Well, it looks like we are just about set. Referees had their meetings with the players, and we are just about ready to get underway here on Grandstand Court. Again, Dominic Catalano alongside me, Chad Edwards. Chad and I are on the call here on Grandstand Court pretty much for the whole first 3 days. We got our seats, our thrones here. We're ready to go sit. You and I will head over to Championship Court, do a couple matches throughout these 3 days. So we'll be up in bird's eye view on championship court. But again, this is another part, Chad, that, as commentators, we feel blessed to be here because, again, you're getting there's matches on 6 courts going on this morning right now.
Yep.
There's not a bad match going on.
No, not at all, especially in this format.
Pick a spot, pick a match, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. So we love just being on court, being able to bring you guys this call here this morning. Again, it's bright and early here, about 8:20 here local time.
So have you completely looked through the list of owners?
Yes.
I was blown away by the sheer number of owners that we have for MLP now.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
So, we'll take the DC Pickleball Team, for example.
Right.
Okay, so you've got...
Do the 2 we got here. One's easy.
We've got Odell Beckham Jr.
Right.
Ava Longoria, Justin Verlander, Mesut Özil, Kate Upton, Al Tylis, Sam Porter, Shawn Marion, and Rip Hamilton. I mean, it's a pretty extensive and formidable background there of team owners.
Right. And you got celebrities, athletes, you got everything. Absolutely everything.
And then for the Utah Black Diamonds, we've got the Pardoe family, and obviously, founders of the PPA, and very involved in the world of professional pickleball now. So, they're responsible for adding to the growth of it, and then obviously with our MLP extraordinaires of Steve Kuhn and Brooks Wiley, the list of owners is extensive, and the resumes are extremely impressive.
As Chad mentioned earlier, it is chilly out this morning. It was 37 when we got here. Seems to be warming up just a little bit. By about 10 o'clock, I was out here yesterday real early, same kind of temperature. And by about 10:30, it actually gets a lot warmer. And it does feel a lot warmer once about 10:30 hits. So, again, not too bad out here. Early it was a little chilly. Chad and I were both in the players' lounge getting our coffee and staying in there as long as we could. But
I feel like I complain about weather no matter where I am.
You do.
Because it was 89 degrees yesterday in Naples. I was like, man, it is so hot. I'm sweating. This is disgusting. And
you do complain.
And now I'm here. I'm like, my God, it's so cold. I need to find that 75-degree
I almost spend more time with you than you do with Simone, so I do notice you complain a lot. But yes. But yeah, so Chad and I do spend a lot of time in the booth here at the APP and the MLP. But we are just about set to get going. Ron Ponder on the call for us, one of our MLP referees here for us today. It'll be Olivia McMillan and Michelle Esquivel on the far end for the Black Diamonds, taking on Shelby Bates, Monica Paolicelli on the near end for the DC Pickleball Club. And we are underway. The 2023 MLP season is underway.
I like the aggression there from Esquivel, stepping up, taking that ball early. These balls are going to fly with how cold the weather is. Bates just a little late on that ball through the middle. She set it up well and pushed Esquivel out wide, but wasn't expecting it to come that high. We see there another ball go a little deep, potentially with how hard these balls are. Like we said, the colder the ball, the colder the temperature, the harder the ball is.
A little long right there on the forehand from Bates, and it is a 3-1 lead here early for the Black Diamonds. And nice ball there from Bates, getting on top of that, right at the feet of Esquivel at the baseline. Nice 1-2 combo there from Bates.
Yeah, good roll on that third shot drop, stepping up and taking that ball early and out in front, really putting the pressure on.
Nice one.
So I like what McMillan did there. She kind of took a couple of steps back from the kitchen line, giving herself a little bit more reaction time to be able to counter attack and really be aggressive on those balls.
And that's what I'm expecting from Esquivel, especially with it being a little chilly and the ball being a little harder. I'm expecting her to pull the trigger a little more.
She is one of the more aggressive players on the female side.
A good setup there.
Yeah, it's a good move by Bates, but she just wasn't quite ready or anticipating that ball coming back at the pace it was. Wow.
Go!
Wow, what a point there.
Yeah. I mean,
that's incredible.
The shot of that rally right there was the get by Paolicelli.
Yes. Wow,
Yeah,
what a
right.
point.
Esquivel straight in the body. Somehow she gets a paddle on it, slaps it back, and still keeps it down in the kitchen.
Same woman, right? Like, so what I mean by that is that I would have liked to see Paolicelli just drop that in and get into the point. Ball was so low, tough to attack. Scores 8-5.
I can't change it. I don't know why it does
6-5. Little unlucky with that ball not creeping up over the net there for McMillan.
Yeah, excuse me, 6-6.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm on top of it, mate.
Thank you.
You just look good.
Thanks, mate. That's good ball from Esquivel. Hard cross-court forehand dink. I like the setup there from Esquivel. She goes straight ahead at Paolicelli twice, sets up like she's going to drive again, and then goes behind Bates. Good combination.
Thank you.
It's in.
Oh, wow. Nice hands.
Oh, that was ambitious.
Yes.
I would have liked to see it just work her way back into the point there. I get, trying to make that attempt, but those balls just aren't carrying enough right now to really be aggressive with your poach.
Nice ball right there. So call was out by Esquivel and McMillan. So
our first challenge of the 2023 MLP season.
Early. DC is going to challenge the out call. So
At the far baseline.
We'll check and see here on screen as our video review referee, Michelle Baumgartner, is going to come over and check that out and see if that ball was in or out. Tough for us to see, Chad. We're on the far side here, or far end, so it's on the opposite side of us.
I can't even see the baseline in front of me, let alone that side.
That's very true. We're blocked by a fence, so we're on our feet most of the day checking this out. But again, a good start here for the Black Diamonds. I think we expected that. But my thing is for the DC team, this is where the tone is going to have to be set for them in every match with the women. With Shelby Bates and Monica Paolicelli, they're going to need to really step up to set their men up.
That ball was right
on
the line.
Yeah, so call overturned, looks like. It'll be a good challenge here for DC. So ball was in on the line, so a good challenge here. So it looks like I believe it's 7-9.
Wait.
So big swing there, was going to be 10-6, but now it is 7-9 with Bates serving. We'll change ends here at 11. Good pull there from McMillan. You'll see that a lot. McMillan likes to play aggressive. That's a nice pull, and Michelle Esquivel has that in her bag, and that's one reason I like her on the left side.
Well, especially with that two-handed backhand. She can hold it just like she did right there, and she has the option to either roll it hard cross-court, and she would have pulled Bates out wide, so Bates can't fully commit to the middle there. She can quick flick up into the body of Paolicelli, or she can take that ball through the middle. And she froze Paolicelli and Bates in their position with that one there. So that two-handed backhand has really, we're starting to see it more in the men's side as well. I think that's along with the power that's now being infused into the game, I think that is one of the biggest things that we're seeing more and more players are adept at using that two-hand backhand now with pickleball.
It's the advancement of the game, Chad, and that's what you're seeing. You're seeing so many, we've seen over the years, you and I have been in pickleball a long time, and seen the change over the years of the game and how the pace of the game has picked up. And for people out there going, it's not in the spirit of pickleball. Well, the people who are saying that are the people who are losing to the players who are hitting the ball hard. I tell you what, now.
if you tried to hit that shot that Esquivel just hit with a paddle back in 2015,
yeah,
it's not getting over the net.
Oh, nice angle from Bates.
I am not 100% set that she meant to hit with that much angle.
She'll tell you she did.
I will give her the benefit of the doubt, but I'm pretty sure there was edge guard involved in that one. Yeah, good aggression there from Esquivel and good change of spots.
Yeah, nice ball right there. And again, the ball still being hard because it's cooler. That ball just gained so much speed on the overhead from Bates.
Well, and these balls are sliding on the court right now too. They're not really gripping a whole lot. Paolicelli just a little off balance when she's trying to hit that third shot drop. So her body moved to the right. Bates going for a little too much angle. The movement of McMillan is what forced that one. She does move very well on the court.
Bates getting jammed up a little bit right there.
Yeah, and I think Paolicelli hit an out ball in the middle of that exchange as well.
A ball in the middle right there, and it looks like we may have a timeout here from DC. And we are going to get that timeout here from DC. Those of you guys at home, make sure you check out MajorLeaguePickleball.net. Go on there and check out all the matches we have going on today. Go to the website, click on MLP Mesa, and you can click and watch all matches. All right, all the courts. You want to check out? You got 6 courts right now. You want to check out Chad and I? You want to check out Cameron and Adam? Or you want to check out just some matches? All right, but we're streaming with commentary 2 courts. The other 4 are live though, so you want to check out your other teams out there playing this morning at 8 a.m. They are all there for you. So go to MajorLeaguePickleball.net and click on the banner on top where it says watch all matches. It says MLP Mesa streaming matches live now, and we are live on all courts. We're back from our timeout. A 16-9 lead here for the Black Diamonds. And Paolicelli didn't get enough on that there.
She's got to do more with that ball. The paddle head kind of dropped under a little too much, and she flicked it up. That's more of a stroke that you're going to take when that ball's kind of knee height, not above the waist.
And a nice ball 1-2 combo from base where she sped up at McMillan first and then dropped to Esquivel. I like that, but they have some work to do here. Down by 7.
There we go.
Good leave right there, but I don't mind the aggressiveness from McMillan there up by 7.
I like that as well, but I also think for Bates and Paolicelli is let a few more balls go, because it is harder to keep that ball in the court right now.
Best decision in the middle of that point was Bates was leaning to get a ball that was going to drop too far in. She let it bounce and just continued to keep that pressure on. Nice little run here from DC. Unforced error from McMillan, anticipating possibly a Black Diamond timeout here. No, they're going to run with it as the DC Pickleball Team back within 4.
Paolicelli
On it.
She read it well, but again, she's been handcuffed a few times by Esquivel.
Yep.
Ball's going out.
Ball's going to hit the fence on championship court, but it is a 19-13 lead here for the Black Diamonds. 2 points away from ending this first and ever so important women's doubles matchup.
She wanted it.
Yeah.
But again, we saw her miss another speed up a few points ago. Feet moving a little too much when she goes to hit that. A little bit off balance.
Oh. Indecision there.
Yeah, Bates got her feet crossed up on that one. So Utah Black Diamonds now at a freeze where it goes back to traditional scoring.
But except for DC. DC stays on rally scoring until they get to 18. So Esquivel and McMillan and the Black Diamonds are frozen on 20. They can only score on their serve. And DC can do some damage here and catch up because they are still on rally scoring. I like to see Paolicelli attack that, and she doesn't.
But we've seen indecision from both Paolicelli and Bates in the last 4 points. And I think that comes back to the errors early on.
That ball will go long, and it is a 1-0 lead here for the Utah Black Diamonds as they take game number 1, 21-15 over the DC Pickleball Club. So Esquivel and McMillan do their job and get that victory. Chad, what was the difference maker here for Esquivel, McMillan, and the Black Diamonds?
Well, I think they were the more aggressive team, but they were also the more consistent team. We saw only a couple of unforced errors in their game, but I really think that the big difference between this wasn't as well as how Utah played, but more the number of errors that DC made that really changed it for the Utah Black Diamonds.
All right, so we are here. Men will step on court and they will begin their warm-up. We will take a quick break. We'll be back right here on Grandstand Court with men's doubles coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Got it. And the other guys.
And the DC Pickleball Team is Querrey, Shawn,
Got it. The best thing. Start match. So I got Smith and Cassidy for the Black. Thank you.
Take a sip.
Oh, yeah.
15 seconds, gentlemen.
So we select the ball?
Yeah.
Back here on Grandstand Court, it is all about men's doubles here. DC taking on the Black Diamonds. It's Sam Querrey, Stefan Auvergne taking on Rob Cassidy and Spencer Smith. I'm liking the Black Diamonds long sleeve with Spencer Smith. Haven't seen that one. I'm all about good looks, Chad.
All about the Black Diamonds on the Black Diamond t-shirt.
I know. I like it. Looks good. I had to talk to Connor Pardoe over there. Get me one of them Black Diamond shirts. But
well, you know, if you're a better player than you are a commentator, you would have been out there playing. Just saying.
Man, just when I have some confidence, and Chad there to shoot me down like a brother would.
Mate, I played last week. I couldn't walk for 4 days. I'm fine behind the microphone.
We're underway, lefty to lefty. Cassidy to Auvergne, and Cassidy thinks he's serving again, and forgot the rules there for a second. He was happy. A rally scoring, players will stay on side. And two lefties and two righties here on court, so middle seems to be closed here.
Left side, right side, all taken care of. It's a little bit of a feeling out process right here in the last few points. Trying to get used to that harder ball. Drops aren't working, drives aren't working.
2-2 here early. Yeah, nice ball right there by Spencer Smith. And that, Chad, that's the feeling out by Querrey, right? As Auvergne was sliding to the sideline, Querrey stayed on his side. Yeah. He's got to pinch that middle. Good hands from
Cassidy is one of those guys that'll get every ball back. Maybe unorthodox sometimes, but really hard to put a ball away against him, and it kind of took Querrey up.
A good lead right there from Auvergne as that ball sails long. Again, it's that harder ball this morning. Ball's going to sail.
34.
Bodies up, Auvergne right there.
That was more, I mean, Cassidy's movement off balance, speeding it up. Good drop there from Smith. Auvergne trying to pick that up and not able to get over the net. Cassidy's the guy that we're going to see slide on the court at some point in the next 3 days.
Oh, nice inside out there from Spencer Smith as he comes up charging.
Good movement there from Querrey, kind of jump in the corner of the kitchen, or split in the corner of the kitchen, put a little pressure on Cassidy.
Hands from Querrey. Oh, he's turning that offense into, or the defense into offense. Does a good job. That ball slips past Auvergne though. That's tough, and you'll see Cassidy do that. Ball up, he will not retreat. He'll just get low.
Body up and try to block it.
A little awkward hit there from Spencer Smith as he kind of tucked underneath that with the forehand. Ball sails long.
6-8.
DC back within 2.
Little help from the net there for Querrey and threw the timing of Spencer Smith off.
Oh, all tied here at 8, making this interesting is DC now.
Ball kind of just rolled along Auvergne's paddle there. Trying to add a little too much spin on that drop. Good use of his height there from Querrey with the half Ernie. Doesn't even have to jump, just takes a step over the corner.
No, we have 5 on camera. I think your foot was on the line. I'm sorry, Sam. Right. Okay, good. So we have a challenge.
We're going to have a challenge here. Cassidy thought that Querrey's foot was on the line when he hit that Ernie.
So we'll see here as, again, Michelle Baumgartner will come over, take a look and review here. Again, if you guys are just joining us, go to... Oh, that is as close
it's on the
as
line.
it can get. It looks like a left toe of Querrey maybe.
Right there.
Yep, right there. That is Rob Cassidy with the eyes. I mean, Chad and I both think that it's on the line, but Michelle Baumgartner over here reviewing, looks like he just caught right there. But again, Chad, this may be why you and I are here in the booth and not reviewing this, but it's tough to see here. But again, if you guys are watching at home and want to check out all of our courts are streaming here live today, go to MajorLeaguePickleball.net, click on that top banner.
Yeah. All right, let's go, guys. Come on. Let's go.
So inconclusive evidence that it was on. So we are back in play here.
I'm never making a call again. That's why I'm not a referee.
That's why you are not the referee, Chad, and that's why we are here in the booth.
All right. Ready? Time in. 9-9.
So we're all tied here at 9. Nice run here from DC. That's just, I think Querrey's got to move his feet just a little bit right there. He's there. He read it right, but was just flat-footed a little bit.
9.
That ball not coming back from Sam Querrey.
Similar to Silstrom, who is in this challenge league as well. We almost got hit in the booth a couple of times a few weeks ago from his overheads.
Good jam shot there from Spencer Smith. And it'll be an 11-10 1-point lead as we change ends here for the Utah Black Diamonds. And Chad, impressed with DC, the Auvergne Querrey team so far?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a slow start for them, but they cleaned a few things up and they were able to kind of keep that pressure on Utah, and kind of similar for Cassidy and Smith as well. It's very back and forth here as far as leaving balls up or a couple of untimely errors. So it'll be interesting here this second half of this game to see who can clean it up. And if one of these teams is going to make a little bit of a run here and pull away.
As we return back to play, it is Cassidy and Smith on the near end, Auvergne and Querrey on the far end, and an 11-10 lead for the Black Diamonds.
11-10.
Nice finish there from Querrey again, Chad, getting big. It's a huge forehand.
Well, even just the pickup here from
nice finish.
Good backhand roll.
Good angle there from Spencer Smith.
I'd probably say I'd like to see Auvergne drive a couple of balls after the last few drops he's attempted. They've really sat up.
Yeah, and Spencer Smith upset with himself because he's like, that ball's so out. And it was, as Querrey speeding up cross court. Not a lot of room to work with over there. And good pressure right there from the Black Diamonds. They get the side out here. 13-12, 1-point lead. Oh, what a pull. And Chad, we're right down that line. We saw Auvergne ready to pull that two-hander. Does a great job of not over-hitting that ball, too.
Set it up. 13-13.
Good reach in there from Smith. And a good job from both Smith and Cassidy there moving DC around.
The ball was wide. I was over here looking. I'm like, I saw green.
I'm not calling balls in or out anymore.
No, you're not.
I'm done.
You're right.
I'm done.
You're not allowed. You've lost that privilege.
Plus, I couldn't see it anyway. Smith was in my way.
All tied up here now, 14 apiece. So, Chad, you made that call. You'd like to see Auvergne drive a couple more. He's hit a couple good drives on his third. The problem is the fifth on both of them. He tried to drop and both in the net.
I like the move from Querrey. I think that's the right ball to come around and try to speed up, but he just came too flat on it.
15-14.
Wow, what a drop by Spencer Smith from the baseline in the middle of that point. He was behind the baseline, cut that backhand drop beautifully. The timeout here from the DC Pickleball Club. Auvergne and Querrey down by 3. What's the answer here, Chad, for DC to try and get back in this?
Well, I think they've just got to extend the point a little bit more. We saw a couple of errors from Querrey. We've seen the last error there from Auvergne. Utah is moving DC around more than what DC's trying to do with Utah, right? If that makes sense. So I would like to see them, like I said, prolong the point, push Smith back out away from the middle of the court. Once Cassidy comes over to try to cover middle, then you spread him out as well. Then they get the opportunity and the right ball to speed it up, rather than trying to pull that trigger too soon.
It's a 3-point lead here for the Black Diamonds, as Connor Pardoe, owner of the Black Diamonds, has joined his team on the bench
Time in, 17-14.
as they creep closer to a 2-0 lead. And a missed return from Querrey will give the Black Diamonds a 4-point lead.
18-14.
Cassidy going for the roll backhand.
I mean, he had Querrey beat. Querrey thought that the point was actually done because he never even turned around to see where that ball went. But Auvergne was there to cover middle.
Wow, Rob Cassidy right there. Great speed ups at Querrey. Querrey handling it.
19-15.
Cassidy challenging right there as he comes up, and Querrey pulls the trigger. Ball goes out as Utah does not get to 20, but once one of these teams does get to 20, they will freeze. Will be side out scoring.
Let's go. Come on, Stefan.
Okay. 16-19.
Wow, Spencer Smith had Auvergne thinking he was going to speed that up, and he just drops it in. And the Black Diamonds are now frozen at 20.
20-16.
But they can win it here on their serve. And they do off the tape. Spencer Smith gets Auvergne to pop that up and out. And it is a 21-16 victory for the Utah Black Diamonds. Chad, DC now has their backs up against the wall. This is a tough hole to dig out of.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure that's now put on the DC team, mixed doubles teams, because you have to be clean here. No mistakes, a lot of pressure, and unfortunately what we've seen in both the women's and the men's doubles matches here is that DC is the team that is making more unforced errors, and that in itself has cost them those two games.
All right, so that being said, lineups will get set. We'll take a minute here, let you guys watch warm-ups as they check out right now what their lineups are going to be. You guys can check out Championship Court or any of our other 4 courts streaming. We'll be right back here with mixed doubles.
Ball, Stefan.
Don't leave yet. Okay. Can we do it again with the names?
Yes,
I think we got it working again.
I'm behind you. Gotta get it out.
Oh. 15 seconds.
Less, so he may be Stefan's in a row.
There we go, Diamond. Right in front.
Up.
Yep. So. Change the board.
I'm ready.
All right, welcome back. We got mixed doubles for you. So it was DC who put their team out first, and they go with Stefan, Auvergne, and Shelby Bates. The Diamonds counter with Michelle Esquivel and Spencer Smith. Hey, just get out of Stefan Auvergne's way right now. He's trying to take the whole
Shelby
court.
just split the sideline over there.
Yeah.
He's got it covered.
Auvergne's got it right now.
1-0.
So it's an odd call, Chad, for us in that Utah goes with 2 righties, 2 lefties.
So
as
Esquivel's going for a challenge early.
Yeah, early. So we are challenging that call, and Bates called it out. Esquivel thinks it's in. What do you think of that, Chad? It's an early challenge. I don't really particularly agree with an early challenge like that.
Even if it was out, you're down 2-0.
Right.
You got a whole lot of game left. I mean, I would save that challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see is again Michelle Baumgartner. She's been busy. And the tough part is that Shelby Bates is in the way of the camera, so it's very hard for us to see here.
Way to block the camera there, Bates.
Oh, here we go. We got another angle, and the ball does look out. So great work again by our camera crew. Boxcar Productions here all weekend taking care of everything. But look at our camera crew looking at that, and looks like we'll see what the call is here. So call does stand. Ball is out, and it'll be a 2-0 lead here for DC.
She said the ref was in the way of the player. Well, the player was in the way of
Smart play, Shelby. Let's go.
the ref was in the way further.
Time in. 2-0.
Tough as that ball just rolls over for Spencer Smith on the tape.
1-2.
Good ball there from Auvergne. Heavy spin down at the feet of Spencer Smith.
Three, 1.
Guys, let's go.
4-1.
4-1 lead here for DC early. Good start for DC as Chet backs up against the wall. Need this victory to stay in it.
5-1.
Wow, what an inside out there from Auvergne. And DC seems to be rolling here in mixed doubles so far.
But the big thing for Auvergne there is his footwork. His footwork gave him the ability to set himself up to hit that angle.
Oh, big man getting real big here. It's a different Stefan Auvergne from men's doubles.
7-1.
Good setup there from Smith, and it's interesting that you brought that up with Auvergne. You know, he looks like a different player than from men's doubles. A lot of times that happens with those aggressive plays when they go into mix. Now they have some freedom of movement, and they can get in that rhythm, and that's how Auvergne plays. Is he's moving and aggressive. Another good pickup there from Smith. But when you're in men's doubles and you got two guys there, then you kind of box yourself in a little bit, and then your feet get flat and you lose the rhythm. Yeah, the ball was out. Oh, I'm done. I'm 0 for. I'm 0 for 2.
So call was overturned.
I don't know. I'm done.
Chad,
I'm done.
stop guessing on balls in and out. Just stop now. We're in our match 1 of 30 this weekend. Good pressure there from Michelle Esquivel on the return. Had Bates on her heels. Good cover from Auvergne in the middle, but just a little long. Tough ball right there as Smith and Esquivel continue to roll here.
Ball came out just a little flat off of Esquivel's paddle. Not able to get it up and over the net.
9-6.
Going to be long off the paddle of Spencer Smith. 1 point away here from an end change for Auvergne, Bates, and the DC Pickleball Club. Wow, that all started from a great drop from Shelby Bates to allow Auvergne to come in and get big. It's 11-6 lead. And Chad, this is where, I talked with, some players yesterday and talking about the DC team and talking with other people, and they thought that Auvergne should have been this aggressive in men's doubles as well with Sam Querrey. Just because Sam is so new, he should have been more the aggressor, let Querrey get his feet wet there. They don't, they lost, but this is the Auvergne that I wanted to see in men's doubles as well.
And that's the Auvergne that typically we'll see. We've seen him play with Julian Arnold in quite a few tournaments. And you got two aggressive players there. But again, the amount of court that Querrey takes up kind of blocks Auvergne with how much he's moving. Unless you tell Querrey, hey, just straddle the sideline. It's a little bit of a difficult task in men's doubles.
Oh, little change up there. Pulling the string is Spencer Smith.
Edge guard helps.
Glasses are not working for Esquivel right now. She tosses them out.
Oh,
he babied it.
He tried to be controlled.
Yeah.
And everything slowed down.
I don't mind that idea right there. That ball's there for Esquivel.
I think it just got a little too deep on her, though, to try to attempt that. Nice roll.
What a drop from Bates right there.
And that's another part of the game that's coming into more now is heavy topspin drops and rolls from the baseline, where it used to be more of an open face drop.
I like that move right there. That's not a bad move if she can execute. But that's the difference, Chad, is you got to execute at this level right now. But still a 4-point lead here for DC.
Good drop there from Esquivel. Bates looked up to see where Smith was and caught that one off the end of the paddle.
Wow, great work from both these ladies, but Esquivel coming on top of that cross-court battle.
11-13.
Wow, that pull from Smith, that's off his shoe tops right there.
So timeout here by DC. Black Diamonds able to bring it back within one. Smart timeout from DC, but good pressure here from the Utah Black Diamonds the last few points.
Yeah, and a good answer, right, for the Black Diamonds as they were down by 4. Now back within 1 here. What's the difference maker for the Black Diamonds right there, Chad, that they've allowed to get back in?
Well, they've taken some chances, but they've taken somewhat of calculated risk, going for body, not allowing Auvergne to get fully extended that he needs to be to play his aggressive style. We saw Esquivel put some pressure in the cross court on Bates with a good cross court dinking.
Tough ball again. Spencer Smith just digging some stuff out right there.
14-12.
Good drive there from Auvergne and good footwork again. Able to get around that backhand and rip a forehand.
15-12.
Bates just coming up on that one right there. Needs to stay down and through that ball.
13-15.
Good coverage there from Bates. Closed that two-hander off.
15-13.
Wow, some great defense there from Bates, Chad.
Good defense from Bates, but a couple of smart things that she did is that she took the pace off a couple of those balls. She didn't overhit it, she just added spin. So when Smith reached for it, he ended up popping it up. Good aggression there from Smith on those balls that were sitting up.
14-17.
nice leave. I like that pull, though, from Smith. I like him to go right down the middle with that ball, though.
Yeah, down the middle, or if anything, back into the body. He was trying to twist up Bates, which he did, but ran into the short court.
A little confusion in the middle right there, and Chad can't have that here late in this game.
Oh, no, you grab it.
Timeout? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, timeout. All right.
The timeout here from the Black Diamonds. A little confusion on the timeout, but a good timeout here, Chad, as they need to regroup here, down by 5. A game of runs so far as we're seeing, and the run now here late for DC. What's made that happen?
Well, I think, yeah, we saw a little bit of frustration, a little bit of miscommunication there on that last ball through the middle. It kind of seemed like Esquivel and Smith were now, they were taking some good calculated risks now as we're getting deeper into this. They were trying to do too much, trying to speed up some balls and go for a little too much, and some errors have creeped in. And good court coverage from Bates and Auvergne have created a little bit more of that pressure on Esquivel and Smith.
Time in, 19-14.
A little wide there, cross court on the forehand, and now DC with the much needed answer here are frozen on 20, 1 point away from getting on the board here. Little jammage right there from Spencer Smith on Bates.
Get back, DC. 15-20.
That ball's out.
Just wide.
I'm pretty sure, although I've been wrong all the time today on the outline,
Yes, you have.
calls, Esquivel's ball is going in.
What work from Michelle Esquivel on that sideline, Chad, to get them back in this.
Good, DC. Lock it down. 17-20.
No.
Good job from Auvergne to get on top of that drive from Esquivel.
20-17.
Oh,
Awkward off the tape right there. DC, Chad, they answer the bell. They are not done here. They answer, get on the board. It is now a 2-1 lead here and comes down to the final mixed doubles match. So we'll take a quick breather here and be back with that second mixed doubles match for you shortly.
1 minute.
We are back here on Grandstand Court. All comes down to the final mixed doubles matchup. Chad, Black Diamonds with a 2-1 lead. If they win this, all over. DC wins, we're going to the Dream Breaker. Predictions here from a very new team, Querrey and Paolicelli, taking on the veterans, McMillan and Cassidy.
Well, I can make a prediction, or I can tell you what I want. I want DC to win this one, so we get.
We want the Dream Breaker. We want the Dream Breaker early here.
But I think, yeah, this is a tougher matchup here for DC. But you know, if they carry some of the momentum that Auvergne and Bates were able to create with that win there, anything's doable.
Oh, Cassidy having none of that little flick from Querrey. Watch the great hands from Rob Cassidy on this forehand flick from Sam Querrey.
And that's a good ball from Querrey. But you just have to recognize that Cassidy has phenomenal hands and gets balls back. Yeah, again. So I was watching Querrey there, and it's something that you picked up on in men's doubles as well, is he's so worried about getting beat out wide that he's giving up the middle. And you'll see me, some he hits, he takes a step to the left.
Yeah, now McMillan feeding off of Cassidy. She pulls the trigger right on Paolicelli and gets a ball up.
3-0.
See, and this is the problem. Paolicelli took a ball in the middle with her forehand. This is where Querrey needs to come over and take that with his forehand and finish it. And it's an early timeout from DC. Are you seeing something very similar to what I was just explaining?
No, I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying. Querrey needs to use his height, his reach, his power advantage, and really take control of that middle. Paolicelli's not an overly aggressive player. She's a very good counterpuncher or a defensive player. She moves balls around well and gets balls back, but she can't be the one trying to speed that ball up or pull the trigger or even cover that middle on the majority of the balls.
No, you're exactly right, and we're going to see if DC has the answer here. It's a 4-0 lead for the Black Diamonds here early in this second mixed doubles matchup. Utah with a 2-1 lead, looking to end it here and not go to the Dream Breaker.
Got in 4-0.
There, again, just overhit from, well, overhit there from Sam Querrey, and Utah continuing to roll here up 5-0. And Cassidy on it though, just missing that off the tape, but DC does get on the board here.
1-5.
Oh, getting Cassidy right in the side of the face there off the tape, but Querrey's going to take it right now as they're trying to get back in this.
Okay, 2-5.
All right, so one of my favorite parts about Major League Pickleball is when we call the dance off. We gotta go. Yes, come on, DC.
Oh, ball dropping right on the line right there.
Go, DC. Who wants to be
DC gonna take it.
dance off? 2023 Major League Pickleball.
A little run of their own here, a 3-0 run after getting down early, 5-0.
He said switch, but still ran.
So Cassidy trips up McMillan here.
Stepped on her right foot.
Yep. And now they get I formation, don't know where to go. And here comes DC though. Good answer there from Utah as they stop the run from DC and take a 2-point lead. I like that pull though from Querrey right there. That's the right spot.
Yeah, it's just poor execution in that regard. You know, coming with a flat paddle above the ball a little bit. Very difficult to get over the net on that ball. It has to be underneath.
Yeah, Paolicelli a half step slow getting to the middle right there.
I still think that though that Querrey needs to go with more than one ball. So yeah, he attacks that one, then look for the next one to go. That's something that needs to come into his game.
I think Paolicelli almost wanted to let that ball go, but decides to play it. Yeah, just in between right there was Querrey, and Black Diamond's answer here.
Here we go, guys. Let's go.
And Cassidy feeling a little confident there, trying to go backhand roll down the line.
You got a little bit of room to work with right now. You can take some risks.
Well, he fixed it right away. He went back to the same shot, fixed it, but Querrey was ready for it.
Yeah, let's put that one back in the bag for a little while.
Nice pull right there, and a good lead from Paolicelli. She lets that one go, and DC back in this now. That ball had a lot of topspin on it.
I watched everything through that motion there, and he just gets underneath it, brushes up consistently, makes it look like it's going to fly off, and just drops over the shoulder of McMillan.
Nice inside-out forehand there from Cassidy, as they will take
We're in it.
an 11-6 lead here on an end change. You can see as DC here regrouping, trying to figure out what they want to do here. What do they need to do, though, here, Chad, to get back in this?
It's
11-8, excuse me.
Yeah, it's been definitely a battle for DC in this one. They've shown some flashes of really good play, but from what I'm seeing across the board from this DC team, it's just the consistency within their strokes, within their attacks, that's kind of hindering them a little bit.
As we come back into play, 11-8 lead here for the Utah Black Diamonds. It will be their serve. Trying to end it here. DC trying to force the Dream Breaker. Yeah, both Chad and I are looking at each other on that floater in the middle that we thought McMillan should have came in and
ripped that
punished.
two-hander.
And she loves to do it too, and she just hesitated just a little. And it ends up hurting them too. DC gets the side out, and another point. So this is going to be a close one down to the end, it looks like, Chad.
And just like that, with rally scoring and a couple of unforced errors,
Keep it together, Smash.
Let's go, Sam.
All tied here at 11. A little confusion, and see the difference is that Paolicelli's not used to Querrey coming over like he should and take that ball. She wasn't ready for him to be there.
12-11.
Now I know Querrey wants to drop that ball short, but that's a matter of knowing your opponent. Cassidy's in transition, he's going to get that every time. Now you bring them back up, and now it's a neutral point.
it's kind of a baited float right there. She probably didn't mean to leave it that high, she being Paolicelli there, but Cassidy not getting the best spot to attack from.
Oh, so Cassidy apologizing for that ball, but he'll take it, and they will take 14-12 lead here for Utah.
Go right here. Right now, Rob. Here we go.
14-12.
Querrey not getting on top of that enough. Sailing long.
You're good. You're good. You get the next one.
She the correct server?
Yes, sir.
15-12.
ball movement there from Querrey. Right foot, left foot. Just keeping Cassidy off balance enough.
Oh, McMillan flipping down the line. I like that ball from Olivia McMillan, Chad.
Yeah, very good ball from McMillan there. Paolicelli not sliding over to cover that line either. Gave her that out down the line. Good pull there from Querrey, going behind Cassidy. Cassidy very strong defense on balls right at his body. That one a little further out.
That's a nice roll there.
But that's
from
where,
Querrey.
see, now Querrey's starting to move a little bit more, you know, putting the pressure on. When he's, guys that have size and length, when you get back on your heels, it's very difficult to speed a ball up or be consistent. Oh, he went to hit, then he went to take back.
And tried to make a read there, but ball looked like it was going to sail wide because Cassidy backhanded it and sliced it. Oh, Rob Cassidy, just great defense, putting his nose right in it. Oh, Querrey off the tape right there.
Come on. Right here. Yep.
I like the spot, but he just rushed it a little too much.
18-16.
Oh, right between the legs of Cassidy, back within one.
But that was smart there because the last couple of balls that Querrey's gone at Cassidy full pace, he's gotten back. That one he slowed it down a little bit, and then the ball dropped before he got to the paddle. Paolicelli getting stuck on the back foot there. The ball flattened out.
19-17 here for the Black Diamonds. Ball gonna go wide as Seattle Pioneers are right behind us on court. Tyler Loong and Ben Johns watching closely.
Yeah! Come on, right here.
And now the Black Diamonds and DC are frozen here at 20-18. Side out scoring the remainder of the way. The miss hit from Paolicelli on the backhand will give the Black Diamonds a 3-1 victory here. It is so important to get on the board here early, Chad. Puts you in the driver's seat. Do you agree?
I do agree. I think, you know, it's definitely a good start for the Utah Black Diamonds, getting that first one under their belt. You know, learning a couple of things going forward. But I also think even though DC lost this one, it was a good first round for them as well. One thing that they need to focus on is both of their men being more aggressive going into it and just cleaning up some of the mistakes. So Utah Black Diamonds taking the first one, looking to continue the roll throughout the day here. DC has to make up some ground.
All right, so that'll do it for our first match here. Utah Black Diamonds taking an important 1-0 lead in pool play over the DC Pickleball Club. We'll take a little break here. Hold you guys here on Grandstand Court for our next matchup coming up shortly.